Hey there, Drady here. Today's video we are learning how to calculate the exact amount of wax and fragrance oil you need to make one candle. So today's video is all about how to calculate the exact amount of wax and fragrance oil you need just for making one candle, which sounds kind of weird because most of the time you're never making just one candle, but in the end it'll all make sense. So when I first started making candles, I learned the formula of 1 pound of wax to 1 ounce of fragrance oil. And that's the most common formula. It's probably taught in a lot of places, Google and whatnot. But every time I did it, I always had leftover wax, which I never knew what to do with. And then my candles wouldn't smell strong enough. So they didn't have a strong enough hot throw. So as we've been testing for our new candles, we discovered a new formula. So there's no leftover wax, which saves you money and saves you the hassle. And our candles have a really good hot throw.
Yeah, you explained that really good, babe. Really good. So it's a simple formula. Anybody could do it. You don't have to be a mathematician. So let's jump right into it. All right, so for this video, you're gonna need a calculator, a pen and a notepad, and let's jump right in. So for this video, we're going to be calculating our 8-ounce jar. So the first thing we have to do is convert our 8-ounce jar into grams, which is 227 grams. It's always best to convert ounces into grams because it's easier to use and it's easier to figure out when it comes to fragrance to wax ratio. So the first thing we do is determine the wax. So what we do is we take 227 grams, which is the weight of our jar. This is the amount of wax that our jar can hold. It's 227 grams. So we take that 227 and divide it by our fragrance load, which in this case is 12%. After we do that, we have to times it by 100. So let's do the math on that. So we take 227 right here, 227 divided by 12% converted into a whole number is 112. And then we times that number times by 100. So we do on our calculator 227 divided by 112 equals 2.02. And then we have to remember to times that number by 100. So times 100 equals 202.67. I'll round that up to 203. So the answer for wax is 203 grams of wax needed. So then what we do is determine our fragrance load, or our fragrance that we put in our candle. So how we do that is we take the 8-ounce jar, which is 227 grams, minus 203, which is the amount of wax, and this gives us the amount of fragrance that we put in our candle. I know it's simple math, but I'm still going to do it on the calculator because it's here. 227 minus 203 equals 24 grams. So, to sum it all up, we need 203 grams of wax, and then we need 24 grams of fragrance oil. How we can make sure that this is correct is by adding this up. So we take 203 plus 24 equals 227. This number should match this number up here. Let's move on to example 2. So here in example 2, we're going to be determining a 12-ounce jar. Now 12 ounces, don't forget to convert it to grams, is 340 grams. So the first thing we do is figure out the amount of wax that we need. So we take 340 grams, 40 grams, divided by, in this case we're doing 12% fragrance load again. And then we have to remember, once we get that answer, to times it by 100. Can you see that? Cool. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's convert the percent to a whole number divided by 112, and that equals, so let's do it here, 304 divided by 112 equals 3.03 times 100 equals, so let's times this, times 100 equals, let's round that up to 304 grams. 304 grams. So this is our wax, right? Cool. Now let's move on to our fragrance. So in this case, what we do is we take this number here, 340, minus 304, which is our grams of wax, 304, and this should give us our fragrance amount. So let's just do that on our calculator because it's here. 340 minus 304 equals 36 grams. So to sum this all up, we're going to need, the amount of wax we'll need is 304 grams, and oil, fragrance oil, is 36 grams. To make sure that this is correct, we can add these together, and this number should add up to 340. And I can tell you right now that it does. So let's just go through it. 304 plus 36 equals 340. And that's how you know it's correct. All right, now let's move on to example number 3. So for this example, we're going to be working with a 16-ounce jar. So remember to convert your ounces into grams. So 16 ounces converts into about 454 grams. So then, first thing we do, determine our wax. Now, if you want to see if you could do this on your own, I would hit pause on the video right now. Cool. And then, now let's jump into the wax. So we take this number here, 454, divided by a fragrance load of 12%. And then whenever we get that number, we have to make sure to times it by 100. So let's go ahead and convert this percentage into a whole number. So we take 454 divided by 112 equals this number times 100. So let's do that. 454 divided by 112 equals 4.05 times 100 equals, we'll just say 405 to round down. 405 grams. Right? This is our wax right here. So now let's jump over to our fragrance. I hope that makes sense for you guys. If it doesn't, drop some comments below. So this is the amount of wax that we need. So now let's jump over to fragrance. So remember, we take this number first, 454 minus 405 grams of wax. Let's go ahead and do that on our calculator, and this should give us the amount of fragrance that we need for our candle. So we take 454 minus 405 equals 49 grams of fragrance oil. So let's jump down here to sum it all up. So the amount of wax equals 405 grams. And then the amount of oil is 49 grams. 49. So in order to know that we got this right, this should add up to our original conversion here. So let's go ahead and do that on the calculator. So we go 405 minus, 405 plus 49 equals 454 grams. And this formula would be the same for every other size jar that you're using, unless you're using a different percentage of fragrance load. So make sure you know your fragrance load. before you jump into this formula. I hope this helps. I hope it's not too much math for you. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below.
We hope this video was really helpful. Again, it's pretty simple, but if you have any further questions about it, just drop them below in our comments. Or if you have any other questions about candle making or anything, again, drop them down there in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media. And very exciting, our shop opens very soon on the 11th, November 11th. At what time?
At midnight, right at midnight. So we're excited to launch our products, excited for you to have a chance to try out our candles. We put a lot of love and a lot of effort into them, and we're so excited to have those available for you guys.
So thank you. God bless. Have a great rest of your day. We love you all so much. Bye.
Bye.